Hello, this is Mark. This is part of a series I've made called Sleep with Mark. If you ever want more, you can just search for that name and you'll find the rest waiting. There is a story of a path that may appear only when someone is ready to follow it. It doesn't announce itself, it simply rests in the land, as though it's always been there, quiet and complete, waiting for the moment that it's noticed. And when you notice it, you may feel as though you're remembering something, rather than discovering it for the first time. At its entrance, perhaps you notice two slender trees, and how they lean slightly inward, marking a kind of threshold. And as you step between them, it may bring the sense of being received, as if a gentle boundary has been crossed into another way of being. The path beneath your feet may seem to take in each step with a quiet kind of ease, an ease that's softened by seasons of rain and fallen leaves, offering a surface that feels both steady and kind. Perhaps you sense that the earth remembers many journeys, and now your own steps can become part of that long story. Above, perhaps you notice a bird and how it may shift its wings in the branches, settling again as the sound folds naturally into the stillness. All around, you may notice blossoms rest close to the edges of the path, leaning towards the last of the evening light. Notice how their colours and shapes can appear as though they're exactly where they should be, each one quietly complete. And you may notice the air itself, cool enough to refresh, soft enough to soothe. And as you continue to breathe with a slightly longer outward breath, you can allow each inhalation to bring steadiness and each exhalation to bring ease. Notice how the path may curve gently forwards, inviting you, offering space to continue at your own pace. And with each step, you may begin to feel included, as though the trees, the blossoms, the bird, and even the air around you are companions walking with you. And this path may feel like more than something to cross, perhaps something that really welcomes, something that holds, and something that continues. And as you follow that path now, you may sense how you too belong to its continuity, already part of the story that the path carries, already already welcomed into the journey that it invites. And as you continue along, you may notice how the path can seem to guide you towards taller trees gathering quietly around, and you may notice how their trunks may appear to rise steadily from the earth, branches leaning towards one another, forming a gentle arch above. It can seem as though the light itself can choose to arrive more softly here, filtered by leaves falling in shifting patterns that ease the eyes and soften the world around you. And standing among them, you might sense the presence of the trees, as though they are aware of you, noticing your steps, accepting your place among them. And some trees may appear older, their bark textured by time, while others may feel younger, slender branches stretching upward, and together perhaps they seem to offer a kind of quiet companionship, each one distinct, yet part of a greater whole. And you can allow yourself to feel included in that wholeness, as if your walk, your breath, your being here already belongs comfortably and with ease. And you may sense the air moving gently, touching the leaves overhead, stirring a sound like many soft voices, each whispering in its own way, yet also blending together into a single gentle presence. And as you listen, you may notice your thoughts loosening, settling gradually, the way leaves come to rest upon the ground. Perhaps a bird shifts from branch to branch, its movement light and playful, a reminder that life continues here in countless quiet ways, and the air might carry a faint fragrance, bark and leaf, earth and time mingled together, a scent that steadies, that soothes. And as you breathe, perhaps you can allow that steadiness to move gently into your chest, into your shoulders, into your arms, all the way into your hands. And the path may curve once more, and the shapes of the trees can feel as though they're guiding you onward, with a kind of quiet suggestion suggestion that there's more to follow and there's more to see. And as you continue, you may sense yourself becoming part of this forest memory, walking within the watchful stillness of the trees. And those trees may begin to open, perhaps their trunks spaced more widely, their branches lifting away and ahead. You may notice a clearing where the path can seem to widen into open ground. Perhaps the meadow could stretch gently. Grass is moving with the slightest air, and scattered among them, wildflowers may rest in quiet abundance. Some might appear small and delicate, barely lifting above the grass. Others may stand taller, their colours soft against the dimming light. And you may sense how each flower appears complete just as it is, simply present, simply enough. And as you walk more slowly here, the fragrance of blossoms may drift around you, faint traces of sweetness mixed with the freshness of green stems. Perhaps the hum of a bee might reach your ears just for a moment and then fade into stillness, and that gentle sound may remind you of how even the smallest presence belongs to the greater whole, and you can feel calm and comfortable and at ease with these countless tiny lives around you, each one existing naturally, each one offering a quiet reassurance. Perhaps a butterfly crosses the path, its wings lifting and settling in light motion, a movement so gentle that it may seem to float between the grasses without effort. And as you notice this, perhaps you might feel your own steps can become lighter, your body moving more gently, as though it too can become part of this meadow's ease. And just noticing perhaps the colours around you, and how those colours around you may seem to soften as the evening deepens. Pale yellows, quiet blues, shades of white and violet merging into the dimming sky. And in that blending of colour and air, you may sense a kind of spaciousness opening, a spaciousness that allows your thoughts to spread out, resting more quietly, drifting more freely, and the meadow can feel open yet welcoming, expansive yet gentle. And as you walk within it now, perhaps you might sense how this openness lives within you too. An inner meadow, always waiting, always ready to offer rest. And beyond the meadow, you may notice how the ground can begin to change. The path can become firmer beneath your feet, dotted here and there with stones, and some stones may rest low, barely rising from the earth. Others might stand taller, their edges softened by years of weather and time, and around them moss may spread gently, a living carpet of green, wrapping the stone in softness, covering what was once sharp with a patient touch. And you might sense how strength and softness meet here. Stone holding steady, moss offering gentleness, each one completing the other. And as you pause, the texture of the stone may draw your attention, cool beneath your hand, marked with lines that speak of seasons past. And the moss may feel different, tender and springing lightly under your touch. Its dampness carrying the freshness of the forest air. And you can allow yourself to take in these contrasts. How firmness and yielding exist together so naturally, and a kind of silence may gather here, almost as though the stones themselves hold the weight of many quiet moments, enduring, watching, remaining. And you may notice how simply being near them can bring a deeper steadiness into your own body, a sense that you too are supported and grounded. The moss might glow faintly in the fading light, its green, rich and deep, as though holding the memory of rain. And in seeing this, you might feel an ease spreading into you, a softness that balances the weight you carry, a gentleness that steadies the strength within you. And the path may curve through these stones and moss, inviting you onward, step by step. And as you move among them, you may sense that your own journey is held in the same balance, strength and gentleness, ground and softness, each one completing the other. And as the stones and moss fall away behind you, perhaps you may notice the path opening once more, leading towards a wider space where the forest thins, and the clearing may feel gentle, bathed in the last traces of twilight, and in between place where the day seems to yield toward night, and here the air may feel calmer, and for a moment the world may seem as though it's holding its breath, and in that pause you might sense the quiet presence of another being at the far side of the clearing. A deer may stand among the grasses, its body still, its eyes steady, carrying a calm that seems to include you. The deer might appear to notice you, acknowledging your presence with quiet acceptance, and you may feel how this gaze reaches you, gentle in its presence, open in its acceptance, quietly recognizing that you are here. And for a while, the two of you may seem to share this space, neither moving quickly, both belonging to the same stillness. And perhaps you may just allow yourself to rest in that same stillness, to stand as the deer stands, quiet, balanced, held gently by the clearing, and the air could carry faint scents of grass and earth, mixed with the sweetness of the evening, and in the distance you may hear a soft call, perhaps another animal, perhaps only the forest shifting into night, and the deer may lower its head slightly, then turn, moving deeper into the trees beyond the clearing. Its steps might feel almost soundless, as though the forest itself supports its way. And as you watch, you may sense a quiet trust arriving in you and building a steady confidence in your own steps, and knowing that you too are supported here. When the deer has gone, the clearing still remains calm, open, waiting. And as you breathe in this space, you can carry with you presence of the deer, its calm acceptance, its quiet belonging, allowing that to become part of your own journey. And the clearing may gradually give way to trees once more, though here the branches may seem higher, their canopy lifting away to reveal a greater expanse of sky. And you may notice how the path rises gently, as though it's guiding you towards a place where the forest opens to the night. The first stars might already be visible, small points of light appearing one by one, as though the sky is slowly remembering its own brightness. And as your gaze lifts, you might feel the ease of widening space, your thoughts softening more, spreading out like the sky itself, and the air here may feel cooler, carrying a freshness that awakens the senses, whilst also calming them. And perhaps the call of an owl reaches you, low and steady, a reminder that the night carries its own guardians, and you may allow that sound to deepen your sense of safety, settling you further into this moment. The land beneath your feet may feel firm yet open, inviting you to pause for a while, to simply look upward, and as you do, you can allow your breath to widen with the sky. Each inhalation opening gently, each exhalation releasing more fully with a slightly longer outward breath, as if your whole body is breathing with the stars. And the longer you remain here, the more the sky may reveal. Shapes of constellations might begin to form, patterns created long ago, still present, still shining, and the stars can speak their own quiet language, a language of stillness, of distance, of light that has travelled across time to arrive here now. And perhaps you might sense how that light touches you as well. How it can settle into your skin, your breath, your being, a reminder that you are part of this wide expanse, The starlight may remain above you, steady and luminous, and you may carry within you that same sense of steadiness, a calm belonging beneath the endless sky. And the path now may begin to slope gently downward, guiding you towards a quieter part of the forest. And here, the air might feel cooler, carrying a faint resinous scent of pine. And ahead, you may notice a single great evergreen standing apart, its form tall and steady against the night sky. Its branches may spread outward in wide layers, dark with needles, each resting as though it has always known just how to be and hold its place. And you may sense in its presence a kind of timeless endurance, a strength that is unspoken, yet just quietly here. And the trunk may rise broad from the ground, its bark patterned with ridges and furrows, a texture shaped by many seasons. If you draw closer, you might feel the steadiness it carries, a stillness that seems to flow from deep roots into the earth and upward into the open sky. Around its base, the ground may feel soft with fallen needles, a natural cushion formed slowly over time, and you may allow yourself to pause here, to rest a moment in the shelter of its branches, to feel supported by the quiet strength it offers. The evergreen does not rush, nor does it need to. It may simply continue season after season, a sentinel in the night, and you might notice how being near it can allow your own breath to slow, your body to rest more deeply, as if its strength is lending steadiness to you. Above the branches, they may frame the stars, those branches, points of light scattered between the needles, so that sky and tree seem woven together. And as you look upward, you may notice how you, too, are woven into this greater pattern, rooted and reaching, grounded and open, part of both earth and sky. And when you choose to continue, the evergreen may remain behind, yet its presence can stay with you, a that steadiness is never far, always waiting, always within. Beyond the evergreen, the way ahead may appear softer, edges less certain. The path can become more like a suggestion than a direction, and you might notice each step feeling lighter, as though the ground beneath is carrying you with increasing gentleness, and the shapes of the forest may seem to blur into shadow, the air settling into a deeper calm, until the whole night can feel like one quiet presence surrounding you, and you may sense the path drawing you inward towards a place of deep rest, a place that welcomes you completely. Above, there may still be stars, though they can seem fainter now. Points of light dissolving into something dreamlike, already part of another world. And as you move further, you might find the sense of walking slowing, softening, and you can get more of a sense of a gentle drifting into that calm and deep rest, and perhaps the air can feel denser now, like a quiet blanket settling around your body, holding you in a pleasant and calm stillness, and you may feel your body ready to yield to that stillness, ready to rest more deeply, ready to be carried into that deep, calm rest. And the path itself may seem to dissolve, no longer earth and stone, but a softer way, a way that belongs to sleep. And in that softening, you can allow yourself to drift, to follow with ease, to move seamlessly from story into dream, and the trees may seem like shadows, the sky like darkness, and the path like continuity, quietly carrying you further into rest. And here, you might simply let yourself rest. You might let yourself